Hi, I'm Sarah Collins, the founder of Wonderbag. I'm from Africa, grew up on a farm in rural KwaZulu-Natal, and everybody asks me, how did I come up with the idea of the Wonderbag? The Wonderbag's actually the oldest technology in the world. I like to say that I'm a startup tech company because actually I am. Heat retention cooking has been around for hundreds of years. The Bushmen have cooked in the ground. In the Second World War, it was called a hay box. In the 70s, Bridget Oppenheimer, with the Black Sash, started an organization called Women for Peace, which subsidized wonder boxes. So in 2008, when I had spent the last 10 years involved in social development in various forms, I was in the Okavango Delta for 10 years, where I started the first community-based tourism conservation project. And then I came back to South Africa once I'd sold that business and got involved in environmental and conservation projects. However, I soon learned that unless you actually change the economic status of the people living in the communities, they could never really be able to stop cutting down trees, poaching animals. We needed to look at the economic development side. So I've done everything from earthworm farming, vegetable gardening, you name it. I have looked at every which way of how to empower the grandmother, the gogo with the AIDS orphans. That's where I believe that rural development in Africa, that's where we need to make the impact. So in 2008, we had load shedding where our energy provider had real crises with supplying energy to the whole of South Africa. So as a whole population, we were really affected. I had in the past, having grown up on a farm, really understood cooking on fires and the smoke. The indoor air pollution has been a massive issue for me during my work in social development, my work in the communities and with grandmothers and young children. However, it hadn't actually personally impacted me. And I'm not a foodie. I don't like going out in the evenings. It's not my thing. And suddenly we were finding that we were eating out every night, and I was getting frustrated. And I woke up in April 2008 at 2 o'clock in the morning and remembered my grandmother taking pots of porridge off the stove and putting them into cushions as a child. And I thought, wow, that's heat retention cooking. And it all suddenly came back to me, and I realized in that moment that this could be a technology that could change the world.